The climb doesn't stop at the field. It extends to every room we walk into, every mic we speak behind, every legacy we carry. Because this is bigger than just us. It's about the names that came before and the ones we're building for next. From the locker room to the podium, from coaches to culture, this climb echoes through every corner of Florida State.
Go showcase your identity. Every single play, let them feel you playing Florida State football. Every play, everything you got, you don't give a play off. Be relentless. Go be explosive. Go be who you are. I'm gonna have your back. You have mine. You have each other. Whatever it takes. It's your time because you made it your time. Hey, it's time to go. Let's climb on things. 1, 2, 3.
The spotlight doesn't make us, it reveals us. At ACC Kickoff, the Noles showed who we are. Confident, prepared, united. This wasn't a performance, it was a showcase of the work. And a representation of how the 2025 team is developing, together. With every handshake, headline, and soundbite, the message was clear. We're climbing, and we're not looking back.
Well, it's great to be here today. You obviously, with Media Day, comes just one day closer to the kickoff to this season, and so proud of our football team. I've got 4 remarkable young men that are here with me today that have done a wonderful job, throughout this off season of being great leaders, of being the willingness to be the example of what we want it to look like on a daily basis, and excited for the expectation for all things that are ahead this season. All that we have is this season that's ahead. I've got great expectations, got a lot of confidence because I've watched the work, because I've seen the investment. It was probably some of the hardest workouts that we've ever had, right? And to see those guys embrace that with literally with a smile on their face, knowing there was an opportunity to compete, to go get better. Just so grateful for the support that we have and the investments that have been made from all of our boosters and everything that we're doing. And there are great days ahead here in Tallahassee and with this Florida State football program, and just excited to get back out on that field here this next week and everything that's in front of us.
It feels awesome, being able to be chosen to be a representative of such a great brand and such a great logo is an unbelievable opportunity. So I'm growing up being a more vocal leader. I say that was a point of emphasis for me this offseason, and definitely just trying to bring younger guys along, being able to build relationships and connections with those young guys we got in our room and in our team. So my goal is to make sure I represent this logo and this brand extremely well.
Let me see. Nah, Richie's the toughest. It's got like a little blur in it. It's kind of tough.
Got a long arm to me, I didn't know it was like that's how it works. I'm thinking I done seen movies where they put him in liquid and then hang it up. And, that's cool.
Gotta keep that.
Yeah, what's going on the fridge? Well, I appreciate you.
How y'all doing?
Good. Report all of those types of things. Take me through your experience of landing at Florida State.
I had a great relationship with Coach Norvell coming out of high school. Coach Pat Sertan, he coached me in high school. That was my head coach. So it's kind of like a no-brainer. And I've always wanted to come to Florida State. Sounds crazy, but yeah, I've always wanted to play for Florida State and wear this brand. My dad played at Miami, so growing up, it was always like a big thing when we'll go to the Miami games versus Florida State. It's a big rivalry. I always go for Florida State. But it was like, hey, your dad went to Miami, but it is what it is, And I enjoy being here.
Okay.
Mine is, what's one thing you do that annoys and upsets your coaches?
Oh, that's a good one.
I really don't have no issues, but one thing I can say, I be hitting too hard in practice, so the coach be getting on me about that.
All right, bent down like this?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, looking over here. Yep.
Yeah.
You can move that around like with a 4-6,
on.
Come on, dog. Here we go.
All right.
Point at me.
All right. I keep a picture of me and my mom. That's what I do it for. Like, that's my why. You guys continue to make her proud and set out like the goals that I set out for us and also myself.
The confidence that I have in my teammates and the way we've been preparing and you know putting this preparation together this off season, I just feel confident in the guys and the work that we've been putting in. So
I love you, D-Jack. Can we get that on camera? You saying you love me, Jack?
I love you too, dog.
Yeah. I love you, Earl. No, you gotta say it, bro.
Love that boy, man.
I love you, Richie.
Love you too, Tommy.
Yeah.
Hi, Richie. Nice to see you. I love your shoes.
I missed you.
You got great style. Missed you too.
I missed you. Every single day, we're like pushing each other to the limit, and we have that edge and that chip on our shoulders to go out there and really show and really take and earn what we want to achieve and what we want to accomplish. I'm trying to see how it all works. Nice to meet you. Legend. It's a pleasure to shake your hand. Thank you.
History. And then there's a fresh face at quarterback. Familiar face. We know the ACC. Tommy Castellanos. Seminoles.
I mean, just being back with Coach Gus Malzahn and Coach Norvell, being with him, they've been doing everything they can to just pour into me and give me all the resources and tools that I need to be the best me I can be. And Coach Norvell, what you guys see on that podium today, that's him every single day. Like from 5, 6 o'clock in the morning till however in the afternoon. He's one of those guys that is high energy, intensity, and he's willing. He has that edge to pour into us and to put us first and to make sure he's getting the best out of us and make sure we win in each and every day.
You know, guys that represent Florida State, at the kickoff event, it's a tremendous honor. You know, it's just always a nice experience for those players, and I really enjoy just that time of fellowship I get with them.
The fun we had, we met this little girl, what's her name? Eloise, and she made my day. He was playing a video game with her, and then we came along, and she was just so excited to meet us, and we, hugged on her and loved on her, and we signed her ball for her, and it made my day. I think that was something special to me.
Who gave you a better hug?
Who gave the best hug?
She knows.
Really good answer. Plain and safe.
Behind every great player are great teachers. Coaches David Johnson, Chris Thomsen, and Tony Tokarz aren't just building game plans, they're building men. They're instilling toughness.
There you go.
They're developing leaders. And they're shaping the next generation, one rep at a time.
You look at a staff, and whether it's your new guys that have come in or guys that have been here the whole time. I mean, it's the value into the program, it's the value into the relationships.
For me, like having been a head coach and having to be responsible for the whole thing, you know that perspective, you know how hard it is to get everybody on the same page. Having had to do that, I know that my job is to try to buy into what this person is, what his approach is, buy into it, and help support that vision.
There was zero doubt in what I wanted to do. As far as who it was with, you spend so much time in this profession, and you want to do it with people, like-minded individuals, or people that can push you to become better. I think we all grow together. I mean, we've had some really high highs here together, and we've had some really low lows. But I think it speaks volumes when you're able to stick together and have that same heart for the players that we have, and ultimately the same objective, which is to get better every single day.
Would you have scored? You would have? Is that a question? What'd you run the 100 in?
10-5.
That's all it is. Win the battle up top. Okay? Let's go finish this thing up. So, Kev, you got it.
We got, hey, one more station. Finish on 3.
I think the biggest thing is understanding that even when you pray for things, you pray for rain, but you got to deal with the mud.
When you're dealing with young people, dealing with kids, always remember, they don't know they don't know. So it's our job to help them. It's our job to help them get to the next level. And it's our job to be the bridge for them even during those difficult times. You know, we can't move the mountains, but we can teach them how to climb.
Last 6 inches the most important. Catch it first. About to go to perimeter, but protect yourself. Protect yourself.
He's
Let's
a
go.
wonderful teacher, but he's somebody that really connects with guys where they are.
You was open?
I think the biggest thing with young people, I always have hot conversations with them, honest, open, and transparent. And at the end of the day, you know, they know I'm trying to help them, and sometimes it may be difficult. But at the end of the day, they know I have their best interests at heart. And they understand that, and they understand that we're in it for the long haul. You know, it's not a 4-year decision. It's going to be a 40 or 50-year relationship.
Hey, RT, when is what? RT, when is what? We have to run tough when it's tough to run, fellas. Real important, man. Proud of y'all, man. Get y'all mind right, bro. All right? Appreciate y'all, man. Got major love for y'all. Solomon.
What motivates me and still drives me is just really player development. That's still the great joy that I get is seeing them develop and grow and seeing them gain confidence. That's the best part of coaching.
Chris Thomsen has one of the greatest hearts of any man I've ever been around. You know, he was not my position coach when I played, you know, at Central Arkansas, but you know, he cared. And you know, as I got into the coaching profession and we have somebody with his experience, his perspective, I rely on him with a lot of different aspects of the program and helping elevate that foundation of what we want it to be.
It always has been and still is more than just the business of the game. That's how I am, that's what I want, and so it's easy to support and buy into that, and that was a big part of me coming here, and then Florida State was the other piece of that for me. I mean, and that's the other thing that keeps you here. Like, there's only one Florida State, and there's only one Tallahassee.
Win on the set, let's go.
To be a part of the tradition here at Florida State is an absolute dream come true. When I was 9 years old, with my Christmas money, I bought a Florida State hat. So it's an absolute dream to be a part of this fraternity of great coaches, players, support staff. It really is special and it means something.
Legacy isn't a word we throw around. It's something we live. Duce Robinson, Camdon Frier, Antonio Cromartie Jr. They're not just wearing the colors, they're continuing a legacy.
Antonio Cromartie, nobody's going to get him, I don't think. He throws it over the middle. Caught! First down, Dominique Robinson.
They came from greatness and wearing the garnet and gold. All of them are writing the next chapter.
Johnson gunning for the lead.
Because Knoll family means more. And for this group, it's not just about making plays. It's about honoring the past and owning their own legacy.
Florida State was such a special place to me. Tallahassee was such a special place to me. The coaches, the players, the friendships, holding up the trophy, you know, winning obviously a national championship, named captain on Coach Bowden's first national championship. There's so many memories I could just go on and on. Just such a special place.
My experience at Florida State during my time from 2003 to 2005 was great. Travis Johnson, Greg Jones, Jerome Carter. I mean, when you can name all the guys that's been in that room, Brian McFadden, those guys, the impact they've made on my lives. Not just being there with them, but also having Coach Bowden and also Coach Andrews. That was a dream come true for me.
There is just nothing like coming out of the tunnel, running through the old double goalpost, seeing that for so many years as a kid, and then being a part of that was like nothing I could ever even describe. And that's why I'm so thankful that like now my son is going to get to experience that.
My parents always just wanted me to be happy. As I was walking off the field, they wanted me to have a smile on my face when I went to hug my mom. They told me, you need to go wherever you feel like you will be able to find the most amount of joy. Through my talks with Coach Norvell, building relationships with Coach Malzahn and then Coach Harris, it just so happened that it's at my dad's alma mater, which is a blessing.
When he showed up to Tallahassee, I don't think it took him long to realize, like, oh, these are my people. I could see the look in his eye almost instantly, like, oh, wow, I'm connecting with these people on a different level. And you want to be surrounded by like-minded people that are going to make you better.
Camdon is always the kind that didn't want any help from anybody other than God. Even told me and his mother that his dream was to play college football, but probably not at Florida State for no other reason than because I played there.
He understood, but, you know, of course, I think he wanted me to come here, so it was just a little hurt there. But, you know, time went on, played more football, got in touch with Coach Norvell and the staff. Walked into his room one night, I was like, Dad, you know, I said what I said, but I'm really starting to like Florida State and who they are and what they do.
It's neat how things change because that was his first offer, and Coach Norvell did such a great job recruiting him and staying close to him throughout the years that, I mean, it was the only place that he wanted to go. And he would always follow up, not because you went there, Dad. Just Tallahassee special, Coach Norvell special.
To see AJ embrace this moment, being a legacy kid at a school that he's always wanted to go to, that his dad went to, that his mom went to also, it's priceless.
I was around the program a lot when I was little. I've been going to games since the 2013 season.
That's one of the most incredible teams that I've ever watched growing up. Just seeing like how fun Florida State always was to watch, to the point where I was like, I would absolutely love to play here, because who wouldn't want to play in Doak Campbell?
One of our greatest moments together was Kelvin Benjamin when he scored the touchdown in the national championship.
End zone, jump ball, touchdown!
There's a picture of me. Duce jumped into my arms and I'm like holding him up. And probably one of our biggest moments as, you know, Seminole fans together. What's funny is that may have been the moment that secured this commitment.
I used to dream about those moments, and so now the fact that I can make that dream a reality, it's gonna fulfill 5-year-old Duce's heart.
I feel like I'm just so blessed to be in this position, because I've always wanted to come to Florida State. Now that I'm here, just grateful.
You see AJ and the way he carries himself, it just shows you that through it all, being parents is the most beautiful thing that you can be for your kids, especially when you see them live out the dreams and being able to accomplish things they want to accomplish. I mean, it's the most amazing thing ever. It wasn't because of the last name there at the school, it's the relationships that they built with the coaching staff. And for him to get this opportunity to share this same moment that I've had going through there, going to Florida State, playing at Florida State, and now it's his turn, some 20 years later, it's a blessing, and now it's his time to create his own path.
A lot of people can point to fathers or relatives or you know, people that helped put them in position, but you know, nothing was given.
I never pushed any of my kids to play football. The one thing I always told them is, guys, you don't have to play football, but you got to love the grind. And Camdon loves the grind.
To see him be relentless in who he is and what he's about, what he wants his legacy to be, spoke a lot towards me and how mature he was and how he looked at things in life.
When you have the work ethic, when you can block out all the things on the outside and you can truly focus on your journey, your steps, what you need to do, and you pour everything into it, I mean, it's the sky's the limit to what can be accomplished. And I think that you know, those three guys are doing a great job of investing that work, and excited for what their futures can be.
And it's caught by Frier. Frier at the 40, spins to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and Frier makes a spectacular catch and run.
At Florida State, football is in the university's roots, from golf to basketball to baseball. Every program feels the energy. Every sport feels the surge.
Like I came to these football games from the time I was 3. We would walk down to every game, walk home. Part of my job Sunday afternoon was to clean up. Like my dad wanted me to pick up the trash, edge the sidewalks, and I did that like after every home game. And he wanted it to look nice the moment that thing was over. So when people came to town and left town, they saw first-class stuff.
Inside of Doak Campbell was maximum excitement. The seats were packed. Everyone was just so happy to be there and excited to see Florida State football and see a great game and a great team. It was just great to be there and feeling, all of the Seminole love, hearing the war chant, the marching band, all of the things. Like it really was just an amazing atmosphere.
I think it's the greatest spectacle in any sport. The way the fans escalate the energy in that stadium and the excitement and the tradition, the marching chiefs, the cheerleaders, every part of the experience in this stadium is very special and very unique, and I've seen it all over the country, and nobody does it better than they do it at Florida State. Following the program and then becoming a student athlete at Florida State and watching how hard they worked, sitting in study hall, I think the foundational aspects of Florida State athletics were forming in that time period.
I was here from 94 to 99, and we won the national championship in 93 and 99. So a lot of fun to be around, very electric atmosphere, and just as student athletes, it was really fun to congregate together and enjoy the games.
We were all just really, really proud to be Seminoles.
As a student athlete, I thoroughly enjoyed going to the football games, the tailgates. We had a men's basketball tailgate. I think I went to every single game I could as a player here on campus, and I was a Florida State fan. I was a true Florida State football fan. So there was nothing more exciting than those Saturday games. Coach Norvell, his energy is absolutely not only entertaining but really impressive. What he can do, both in the way he teaches and the way he leads, and the way he leads his staff and the players. But then he'll come engage with us, and he's helped us seal the deal with a couple of recruits just by his engagement. We're walking out of the indoor football practice facility, and our guys aren't talking about basketball; they're talking about football, which I think is pretty cool.
The success of Florida State football is really one of the things that has, put Florida State on the map nationally and globally, and it continues to do that. It's an amazingly strong brand. Everyone recognizes the Seminole head, and that has very much to do with the visibility and the success of the football program.
When we bring the recruits in, we take them into the football stadium, and they just go crazy at, oh my gosh, all these people come and watch a game. Like, yep, every Saturday that there's a home game, this place is packed. So I do think it plays a role in recruiting because it makes us very visible, and again, people want to be a part of that.
The success of the football team really bled into everything else that went on campus, especially in athletics.
We are very supportive of one another. We're one big family around here, so when one sport's doing well, I think we all kind of feed off of that. So with football being really good, we all really wanted to compete with them and see if we couldn't win national championships. So I think it helped us, and it brought a lot more people, a lot more students, not only to Florida State, but also student athletes who wanted to be a part of that tradition.
The reality is, without football, this whole thing doesn't work. Football is the engine of the car that makes the car drive, and when football is good, everything is good on campus.
Amy Bond, Brooke Wyckoff, Link Jarrett, Luke Laux. They lived it, they coach it, and they know that when Doak roars, all of Florida State rises.